Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Today's going to be a better video than yesterday. We're going to, have big smiles. It's the happy thing. Of course, we're all thinking about Blade Braxton, still from WrestleCrap Radio. But today it was announced that RVD is going to be going into the WWE Hall of Fame. RVD hasn't wrestled for WWE in a couple of years. He just got done with his last run running through Impact Wrestling, which honestly he had a much bigger run than I honestly thought he would have. But it seems like they sort of brought back the ECW Invasion almost like for one last time with him and Sabu, Sandman, all being there and had a pretty good run. And I guess now he's going to be having the RVD show on the WWE Network, which honestly, I'm not really quite sure what kind of humor they're really going to have there. But when I think of him having his own show, I'm thinking it's going to be full of pot humor and stuff like that sort of emphasizes on who Rob Van Dam is. And if that's going to be there, I wonder how that's going to fit with everything that they're cutting out of the WWE Network as of right now. But Rob Van Dam, easily the biggest star that Paul Heyman ever made in ECW. And the one bad thing about ECW coming to an end in 2000 and 2001 was never really getting to see Rob Van Dam move out of that TV title slot into being the world champion of that promotion, which I think he was going to do if he didn't injure his ankle. And, sitting on the sidelines during those last days of ECW. Even when he held the TV title, Rob Van Dam seemed to be the main event of most shows. He seemed to be the one thing that most people cared about when they were on the TNN show. He just seemed to be the coolest character with the coolest moveset that I'm not really sure if it just people gravitated him because of his whole, it's kind of like the multicolor singlets and things like that. But to me, the one thing is that in every Rob Van Dam match, you sort of saw a move that you'd never seen him or anybody else do in wrestling before. He was sort of the first guy to sort of take the chair, throw the chair, have the guy catch it, and then kick the chair into the guy's face, or what he called the Van Terminator, which was stolen by Shane McMahon, where he would set the guy up on the far turnbuckle, climb up to the top rope on the opposite side, and jump clear across the ring to kick the chair into the guy's face. Or, Shane would use a trash can a lot. But, Rob Van Dam, it's, to me, when ECW closed down and then we started the Invasion talk. A lot of people don't like to talk about the Invasion. I honestly look back at the Invasion as a pretty hot time in wrestling. For me, it was sort of a time period where I had stopped watching wrestling for just a little bit, and then got back into it when I moved into my own apartment. I'm not sure if that was because I was making sure I was home to watch wrestling more, but wrestling sort of got put on the back burner, even if it was only for a couple of months, and got right back into it. To me, even though we didn't see the Hogan Halls and Nashes, Ric Flairs, Goldbergs, you didn't see the big stars of WCW coming over, even having that little bit of star power with the name attached to it. I honestly really dug what they did. And through everything, no matter what, Rob Van Dam was the one guy that, whether it was Vince or anybody on the writing team at that time, didn't want to push, but the WWE fan base wanted Rob Van Dam so bad to the point where he was getting, ovations like he was, supposed to be one of the biggest stars in the company. There was a triple threat match for the I guess it was for the WWF Championship. It was Austin, Rob Van Dam. Who was the third guy? I want to say it was The Rock. Might have been Jericho. I'm not sure who was the champion at that time. But, there was big talk that they might put the belt on Rob Van Dam. And he didn't win the belt that night. And then they sort of cooled him off, I guess, in the way that, WWE sort of does, where they sort of They push the guy, but they don't push the guy enough to be in that world title hunt. won the Intercontinental Championship 1,000 times, won the tag titles, was in a real cool tag team with him and Kane, which didn't really seem like a pairing that really worked, but the more you saw them together, you know, they had good matches with other people. I think they even wrestled on, they were on that WrestleMania pre-show, I'm pretty damn sure. I think they were on the WrestleMania pre-show at 19. As it comes to WrestleMania moments, Rob Van Dam was on that team, you know, the old school ECW guys at WrestleMania 22. Shit. That's really the only WrestleMania moment that I can really ever remember for Rob Van Dam. Damn. What's Rob Van Dam's biggest match? I can remember him coming back to WWE after he hadn't been in the company for a little while, and he ended up debuting in a Money in the Bank match. And the people getting like so pumped for Rob Van Dam coming back just because they hadn't seen him in a while was honestly pretty big. I had a chance to meet Rob Van Dam at a convention. Really cool dude. Brought out the ECW TV title, let everybody hold it. Was exactly the Rob Van Dam, very easygoing, you know, just, you know, a breeze of a wrestler to meet at a convention. Some people have really great stories about meeting some wrestlers. Some people have really bad ones. I bet there's really nobody out there who's ever had a bad experience, you know, meeting Rob Van Dam at a convention. Sometimes you give your money to these guys and they treat you like a complete dick, but, you know, Rob, you know, went out to treat everybody, you know, not quite like Piper, but they treat him like, you know, they're a good friend, and appreciated him for being there. So that goes a long way with me. So peace out, everybody. Van Dam in the Hall of Fame. Let's get